At 4:10 p.m. on a humid August afternoon, the lights went out and the modern world held its breath. In New York, elevators stalled between floors. In Cleveland, traffic lights blinked to black. In Toronto, office towers fell silent. Within seconds, a continent built on certainty was plunged into doubt. What happens when the power that holds everything together simply vanishes? It began quietly. A transmission line in Ohio sagged into overgrown trees. Alarms flickered. Software meant to warn operators stayed silent. Somewhere, a small failure slipped past human eyes and started running. Power grids are living things, humming with balance. When one line falters, others shoulder the load. But that afternoon, the burden grew too heavy. Lines overheated. Safeguards tripped. Electricity surged away from where it was needed most, cascading like falling dominoes across state lines and borders. Inside control rooms, engineers stared at screens that made no sense. Data froze. Phones rang. A system designed to move at the speed of light was now outrunning human reaction. Then came the moment everyone remembers. Manhattan's skyline dimmed. Subways screeched to a stop in tunnels thick with heat and fear. Hospitals flipped to emergency generators. Firefighters climbed dark stairwells, step by step, carrying people out of stranded elevators. Tens of millions stood still, listening to a sudden, unnatural quiet. No air conditioners, no engines, no glow. And in that silence, something else spread, uncertainty. Gas stations couldn't pump fuel. ATMs went dead. Cell networks clogged with calls that wouldn't connect. As night fell, candles appeared in windows like a memory from another century. Strangers talked. Neighbors checked on neighbors. Cities learned, in real time, how fragile their rhythms truly were. The revelation came later, almost painfully ordinary. Not an attack. Not a storm. Not sabotage. Trees that hadn't been trimmed. Software that hadn't been updated. A system so complex that no single person could see the whole picture until it collapsed. By morning, power crept back. Lights flickered on. Elevators moved again. The world resumed its rush, pretending nothing had happened. But something had changed. For a few hours, the illusion of control was stripped away. We saw how thin the line really is between normal life and total disruption, and how much trust we place in systems we rarely think about. The blackout of 2003 wasn't just a failure of electricity. It was a reminder. Modern civilization runs on invisible threads, and vigilance, not comfort, is what keeps the lights on. If this story made you pause, share it with someone who'd feel it too. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support helps keep these moments and their lessons alive.